I mean, I don't mean this with that person's point of view is completely like, okay, I mean this for Hey everyone, it's Aradha. Welcome back to another edition of Off Tangent Thoughts. For those of you who are new here, Off Tangent Thoughts is a meme created by Charby at Not Just Fiction, whereby she posts bookish prompts on alternate Saturdays. I am a bit behind on these prompts. I believe I said that last week as well. And so I'm trying to catch up on them, and obviously I'm going to be going off tangent on these prompts. Most of them, if not all of them, have seen me go very much off tangent from Charby's prompts. Her prompts are great. You should check out her blog posts, check out anybody else's blog posts who've taken part in this meme. Now the last prompt of September was the thoughts you have when you are scrolling book Twitter or Bookstagram. For Bookstagram, for me, it's very, very easy. My thoughts are basically just how do you do that? How do you frame things like that? How do you have such a coherent feed? It's just a lot of awe, a little bit of envy, and a lot of maybe I can do my photos this way or this way, and then me getting really lazy and not doing that. Now with book Twitter, every other day there's a new drama. Most of it's just the same thing, over and over and over, phrased differently this time, but it's the same thing, and it's the same people. Look, if somebody is telling you your book or a book you like is problematic, listen before you attack. Don't attack. That's just defensive and rude, and shows that there's probably something off with the book that made you a little bit uncomfortable, but because it wasn't you specifically that it was harmful to, you don't want to admit it. Listen to the people who are being represented or who are being misrepresented. Listen. Book Twitter needs to learn how to listen and absorb and understand and grow. Book Twitter is not doing those things. I have reached the point where I'm just like hearing about this drama 2 degrees, 3 degrees away, the whole 6 degrees of separation thing. I'm just keeping myself removed from the drama, hearing about it, reading up about it, but not participating, just to try and understand so I can do better. I know I have liked problematic books. I know I have said things that are problematic or done things or everything, but if you don't listen and understand and grow, you're not going to do anything to fix that. I'm trying to do better. I have a lot of things to unlearn, a lot of internalized misogyny, a lot of internalized homophobia, a lot of internalized everything. I'm trying to unlearn it. I will slip up. I will make mistakes. I will admit that I will make mistakes. I will try and do better. But a lot of book Twitter just doesn't want to do that. They just want to live in their bubble where they're represented, and who cares about anybody else? It's frustrating. It's more than a little bit frustrating, because most of the people who are doing this are grown adults. You have teenagers pointing out to these grown adults that hey, you can do better, and these grown adults are just pointing their fingers back and going, well, you like this thing or you do this thing, and it's just, we're the adults in the situation. We don't need to attack teenagers. We need to educate them and educate ourselves. if that teenager is misrepresenting something because they see something a different way, start a dialogue. Or don't interact with the teenagers. Simple. You're the adult in the situation. Now this entire video is mostly going to the adults of Book Twitter, because I can't speak for the teenagers. I can't speak for the adults because I am an adult and I'm trying to be a good person. That's the basic of it all. Be a good person. Do not be aggressive, do not be defensive, just listen to people. If we don't start listening to people, nothing's gonna change. And this constant drama is just gonna keep happening. It's just gonna be a cycle of somebody calling somebody else out for something problematic, that person getting defensive, their followers attacking that first person, and it's just gonna keep going in a vicious cycle. Most of the time, the people doing the calling out are the people being misrepresented. So they're the people, marginalized communities. And then the people who are getting defensive, not so marginalized. And that imbalance of power keeps happening over and over and over and over and over and over, and it's so frustrating. And yeah, Book Twitter needs to do better. It's just, sometimes I think about just deleting Twitter and taking a step back. But how am I supposed to learn if I don't know what's going on, right? This time this rant is a bit, but we need to do better. We really do, as a community, as people, we need to do better, and it starts with the small things. It starts with listening when somebody points something out, trying to see their point of view. I mean, you guys do know that I don't mean this about somebody's point of view being very fascist and Nazi and all of that, right? I mean this about books and about marginalized communities speaking out. We need to listen to them. I have not understood a lot of things because I did not grow up super marginalized. I did grow up in an Asian country, and yes, Indians were a minority community in Singapore, are a minority community in Singapore, but in a lot of ways I am very lucky and very privileged. But there's still things that, there's still an imbalance of power. There's still, as a community, we just need to do better. I'm trying to do better, and I hope that if you're watching this, if anything of this struck a chord, you'll join me in learning and becoming better. No questions this time, but yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.